Deputy Stephen Donnelly, 5 minutes.
Thank you, Ken Corley. Ken Corley, there's a lot of politics going on in the chamber this evening, and there's a lot of emotion, as you would expect on a debate on water charges. It's obviously going to be a key issue in the next election. But I'd like, if I may, Ken Corley, to just come back to some of the facts, because the facts and the numbers tell us pretty much everything we need to know about Irish water. There's 3 things I want to say. The first thing I want to say is that the money raised from water charges is going to cover the cost of raising the money. That's all it's going to do. Now, my calculations are that it won't even cover those costs. The net amount that's going to be raised from Irish households is about €90 million. And the amount of money it costs to get that €90 million is more than €90 million. So the only thing that is going on here is that Irish households are being charged to cover the cost of charging them. That's it. There's not a single cent, there's not a single euro that is going to come from any household in Ireland that is going to pay for 1 drop of water, or 1 replacement lead pipe, or 1 brick in a new reservoir anywhere in the country. The money that we're all going to pay or not pay, the money the government is looking for, will cover the cost of getting the money. That's it. So all this talk about people having to understand that water isn't free and that we have to charge for it and we have to upgrade the system, that's all well and good. But not a single euro raised is going to be invested in the system. That's the first thing I want to say. The second thing I want to say is that even if it was free to charge people for water, even if all the water meters were free, and if they were installed by volunteers, and those volunteers had the concrete and the shovels and all the kit donated to them, and all the people working in the call centres worked there for free, and philanthropists built the call centres, and An Post said, we'll send out the letters for free. Even if charging people didn't cost the state a single penny, it still wouldn't be necessary to charge anybody for water. Why? We know from the Irish Water Capital Expenditure Programme that the only thing that's going on is an extra €200 million a year being invested in the system. That's Irish Water's numbers, they're government numbers. So this whole thing is about investing an extra 200 million quid a year in water. Now, Irish Water, before all of this nonsense, cost about €1.2 billion a year to run. The Scots, when they brought their dispersed systems together, the Scots managed to reduce the operating costs by 40%. Now, let's say we were really, really conservative and we said, you know what, we're not capable of doing that. We can achieve half of what Scotland could do. Even if all we did, by taking all of these dispersed utilities and bringing them together and running them properly with new technologies, if we only got a 20% reduction in the cost base, we could pay for the entire additional investment in water and have 40 million quid left over. So, not a single penny raised from an Irish household is going to be used to upgrade the infrastructure. Even if that money could be raised for free, it wouldn't be necessary to do it. Because all you got to do is reduce the operating costs by the 200 million and invest that in the system. Problem solved. No water meters, no protests, no people coming into my office and everybody else's office in bits asking how they're going to pay for the water. No threats about turning people's water down to a trickle. No threats about taking money out of people's wages or social welfare or God only knows where. None of that was necessary had this been done properly, which brings me to the third point. The Deputy Rabbit suggested that the lack of minutes in numerous meetings, Ceann Comhairle, between the then Minister and Bord Gáis are not relevant. Of course they're relevant. This whole thing has been done in secrecy. We in the Finance Committee still can't get evidence as to the implications of the off-balance sheet. Now, the Deputy...
Sorry, you're up. Time is up. Deputy
Thank you,
Nick Wallace. Thank you.